You want to start DaVinci Resolve Studio 20 to work on your video projects, but without success? Windows is the culprit. After start you get this message. You hit OK, you get another plugin error. And then Resolve just quit since the two modules are blocked. If you are seeing an application control policy has blocked this file, this is not a normal DaVinci Resolve 20 bug. It's Windows 11's Smart App Control blocking DaVinci Resolve components. This is one of those cases where it looks like an app bug, but it's actually Windows enforcing an application security policy. In this video, we are discussing what's actually happening, how to prove it in logs, what fixes work, and the trade-offs. Because the easy fix can come with a nasty catch. DaVinci Resolve starts up, begins loading plugins, then Windows stops it with unable to load plugin, alembic.plugin, unable to load plugin, openvr.plugin. An application control policy has blocked this file. Here's the key. Smart App Control SAC doesn't just block apps. Microsoft's own documentation says Smart App Control can block apps and binary files unless Windows recognizes them as safe or they are signed with a trusted certificate chain. Smart App Control is basically a bouncer for software, not a regular antivirus that watches what an app does after it runs, but a gatekeeper that tries to stop untrusted code from running in the first place. And yes, it can block only part of an app, so DaVinci Resolve itself might launch, but if one critical module, like plugins or DLLs, gets blocked, the program can still fail during initialization. And why these plugins? Alembic is commonly tied to 3D interchange workflows, and openvr is virtual reality integration. Microsoft describes Smart App Control as application control for consumers. The short version. It tries to allow only code that's signed or has strong reputation signals in Microsoft's cloud systems. If code is unsigned or Windows can't confidently rate it as safe, Windows blocks it. And there's another brutal detail. Microsoft says there's currently no per app exception, no allow anyway button for Smart App Control. DaVinci Resolve is modular. At startup, it loads multiple plugin bundles. So if Smart App Control decides a DaVinci Resolve plugin isn't trustworthy enough, DaVinci Resolve won't be started. Smart App Control sits on top of that broader app control system and uses it to enforce decisions. And don't just guess, you can verify it. Windows logs these blocks. Open Event Viewer. Go to Applications and Services Logs, then Microsoft, then Windows, scroll down to Code Integrity, and then Operational. Look for block events around the exact time you launch DaVinci Resolve. Look for event ID 377. Microsoft's App Control docs explain that event ID 377 is the main blocked event when a policy is enforced. And Microsoft's Troubleshooting guide literally tells you go to 377 event, identify the blocked file and the parent process. As mentioned, look for event ID 377. Now here's where people get confused. Microsoft's FAQ says Smart App Control is meant for clean installs of Windows 11. And there's currently no bypass per app. And if you turn it off, turning it back on can require a reset reinstall. So the fix might be turn it off, but you should understand what you're giving up. Let's talk about the solutions. Solution 1. Turn Smart App Control off. The fastest fix for many people is simply switching Smart App Control off in Windows 11 Security. Go to Start, Settings, then click on Privacy and Security, Windows Security, then App and Browser Control, Smart App Control Settings, and finally you click Off, and here you choose Yes, I'm sure. Microsoft's own FAQ says there's no per app exception. You either turn it off or the developer needs to ship binaries that pass trust checks. If you turn Smart App Control off and later want it back on, you may need to reset your PC or reinstall Windows. Solution number 2. Reinstall DaVinci Resolve from the official installer. Before you flip security settings, do the obvious. Reinstall DaVinci Resolve cleanly from Blackmagic's official installer. If those plugin files are corrupted, incomplete, altered, or mismatched, a clean reinstall can fix it. And keep in mind, if you use anything unofficial, Smart App Control is doing its job. Even without Smart App Control, unable to load plugin, openvr.plugin has popped up in Resolve builds historically, and users have reported fixes like clean reinstall, so don't assume it's only Smart App Control. Check logs first. Solution number 3. If this is a work school PC, it may be App Control for Business, WDAC. If your PC is managed, you might be dealing with a stricter enterprise policy. In that case, you can't fix it with random tweaks. IT needs to adjust the policy. Microsoft's App Control troubleshooting process is built around those code integrity events. Solution number 4. Workaround. Disable the offending plugins. If you don't need those features, you can try renaming the plugin folders so DaVinci Resolve doesn't load them. Example: rename openvr.plugin to openvr.plugin.disabled. This is a workaround, not a real fix. DaVinci Resolve may still crash if something expects those modules. Solution number 5. The good news for the future. Microsoft is changing Smart App Control toggling in preview builds. Microsoft Windows Insider release notes say they are updating Smart App Control so you can switch it off or on without the clean install requirement in Insider builds. But that doesn't help if you're on stable Windows today. It's just a sign Microsoft knows the current setup is too rigid. Solution number 6. Recommendations from other YouTubers. Enable Smart App Control on Windows without reinstalling the operating system. YouTuber Wasi Tech Gamers provides in his tutorial a step-by-step method to enable Smart App Control on Windows without reinstalling the operating system, addressing the common issue where the option is grayed out or inaccessible through standard settings. But users should exercise caution when editing the registry and ensure they follow instructions carefully. Be careful. The video does not specify the risks or provide detailed troubleshooting steps if the method fails. Another YouTuber, Windows Fixer, addresses that the re-enabling Smart App Control on Windows is not straightforward after disabling it. While Microsoft recommends a system reset for proper functionality, a registry tweak can sometimes restore Smart App Control without full reset, but may be unreliable depending on system state. Users must weigh the trade-offs between Smart App Control security benefits and its potential impact on system performance. Resetting Windows remains the most dependable approach for ensuring Smart App Control works as intended. And again, be careful. If Smart App Control has been off for a long time or many software changes were made after disabling it, the registry method may fail. Even if re-enabled via the registry, Smart App Control can automatically disable itself again under such circumstances. Bottom line, DaVinci Resolve isn't randomly broken. Windows is blocking DaVinci Resolve plugins at launch under Smart App Control policy. Confirm it in the code integrity logs, then decide your path. If you are a creator and need DaVinci Resolve working today, disabling Smart App Control is often the fastest fix. But know the trade-off. If you're security first, keep Smart App Control on and push Blackmagic support to ensure all components are signed and pass reputation checks. If you're on a managed PC, IT needs to adjust policy. Quick question. If you are on a Windows machine, is Smart App Control on, off, or stuck in evaluation? Comment below.